What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we do have some more shocking news that a lot of people were not expecting. However, some were. I want to also talk about new reports regarding inflation, because again, this is not good news. And I want to give you some facts regarding what's going on over in Alaska, but also the international news regarding Iran and Russia, because this is actually making the United States fairly upset. So, a lot of stuff that we're going to discuss in today's video. If there are certain things that you want to go and watch, make sure you go to the bottom of this video. There are timestamps so that you do not have to watch the entire thing if you don't want to. So, let's get right down to it. All I ask is if you can spend just 2 seconds, go ahead, hit that like button, consider subscribing, and let's begin. So, 98% of CEOs say a recession is on the horizon. 73% of Americans believe that this economy is getting worse, and Republicans now hold a 4% advantage over Democrats heading into the votes in just 3 weeks. Yes, there's just 3 weeks left, and we are starting to get answers. Once we know who controls Congress over the next 2 years, we will now have a direction that we will likely take. As of right now, Democrats are putting all their eggs in one basket. That is the abortion basket. But according to a recent report and survey, women want more than just abortion. They want to see inflation. They want to see we prioritize abortion as well. But again, we have to prioritize everything. It cannot just be one thing because they are women. One community member had this to say just the other day, and I quote, "How in the world does the president think that women only care about having babies? We care about more than that, like inflation. Where is all of our money going? Why doesn't he find an answer to that problem as well?" And that's very interesting. And for the women that are watching, let me know. What do you think is the most important thing? Obviously, yes, your body, your choice. But at the same time, like this community member said, should Roe v. Wade and inflation be prioritized at the same level, or is one over the other? Let me know down in the comment section below. And while we're talking about inflation, I want to show you your personal inflation rate based off of major cities across the United States. Look at this map and let's go over it together. Here it is. So obviously the ones in red are a little bit bigger. You can see it right here. We got Seattle 9%, San Francisco 5.7, Riverside 8.4, LA 7.8, San Diego 8.2, Anchorage, Alaska 7.6, Honolulu 6.6, Phoenix 13%. Denver 7.7%, Minneapolis 7.4%, Chicago 8.7%, St. Louis 7.5%, Dallas 9.2%, Houston 9.5%, Atlanta 11.7%, Tampa 10.5%, Miami 10.7%, Washington D.C. 6.5%, got Boston 8.1%, New York sitting here at 6.2%, Detroit at 8.6%. That is what the personal inflation rate is. So for all you guys down in Texas, well, you're getting over 9% inflation, just like we are here up in the Seattle area, 9%. For those that live in the Phoenix area, first off, you're paying an absurd amount, 13% inflation. That is crazy. But here's what I can tell you. Right now, over the next few weeks, the goal is to get inflation to tick down. The best way to do that, according to many experts, or the fastest way, is to lower the price of gasoline. That's why we're seeing President Biden and his administration go after oil prices. Okay? But keep this in mind. Today, it is October 20th, which means in just 11 days, at the end of this month, we will see the final barrels of oil, okay, the 1 million barrels of oil, get released from our strategic petroleum reserves, which means oil prices will likely go back up, which means Even though we have seen inflation tick down from 8.3% down to just 8.2%, guess what? It's likely to go back up starting in November. And speaking of inflation and market turmoil, let's address this news this morning that the UK Prime Minister Liz Truss has decided to resign. Now, we have somewhat anticipated this. We now know her time as the leader of the Conservative Party. It is over. Now, just to give you a little bit of an update, Liz Truss will continue to serve, but until her successor is chosen, and her successor should be chosen this week. According to expectations, it will come down to just two people. It will either be Jeremy Hunt. He was the one that kind of got her to change her tax policy to adjust that. Or it would be Rishi Sunak, who finished second to Liz Truss in the leadership race. Those are the expected two people that will be, one will be chosen as her successor sometime within the next 7 days. So as soon as we get more information on that, I promise I will fill you in on that news once we get it. But let's also talk about the crazy news that's coming out of Alaska. Recently, Alaska has decided to cancel their snow crab season for the very first time. According to recent reports, there were an estimated 8 billion snow crab in Alaska in 2018. Now in 2022, there's a reported 1 billion snow crab. Now, don't ask me how you count snow crab because they're always moving. I have no idea, but obviously there's people much smarter than me that understand, the numbers behind it. Now, until government officials can determine where all the snow crab have gone, they don't want people crabbing for them. Now, there are still other types of crab that can be caught, though. That's the good news. It's not just gonna decimate the entire industry, but the snow crab industry is going to be impacted this year. Now, I was reading a report just this morning. In one report, experts were anticipating this move for quite some time. They said that for years, they would have to go further and further to the west in order to catch their quota. But the unfortunate thing for Alaska is you go too far to the west, you will eventually run into Russian waters. That's an issue. Right now, Russia and the United States, well, we're not too friendly, which makes sense that Alaska would simply cancel the snow crab season to protect our other interests, right? Now, I didn't do a whole lot of research on this, but if you want more information on this snow crab cancellation, where they're going, what's happening, and what might happen in the future, then go check out the video done by my friends over at Riverside Homestead Life. They did an entire video just on the snow crab cancellation and how they are just gone. So make sure you go and check out that video. I will put a link to that down in the description box below. And being that we are talking about Russia, let's get into some more international news because Iran has agreed to ship missiles and more drones to Russia. This right here is definitely going to make the United States more upset with Iran, but honestly, Iran doesn't care because this isn't a giveaway. Iran is saying we're not just giving these missiles and drones to Russia for free. This will be a sale. This is a sale, unlike what the United States is doing to Ukraine, where Ukraine is not paying for, military equipment. We are just giving it to them out of the kindness of our hearts. Well, Iran is going to be selling the Shahed 136. It's a Delta Wing weapon. They say it's used as a kamikaze air-to-surface attack missile. They're also going to be selling the Fatah 110 and the Zulfiqar, and these are Iranian short-range surface-to-surface ballistic missiles, which are capable of striking targets that are 186 to 435 miles away. So it's not going to be a very, very short-range missile. It is still somewhat, further away. But Iranian officials said, and I quote, where they are being used is not the seller's issues. We do not take sides in the Ukraine crisis like the West. We want an end to the crisis through diplomatic means. So Iran is pretty much saying, we are the seller, but we do not care where it's used. If it's used for to attack Ukraine, if it's used to attack the West, it doesn't matter. They want to see an end to this crisis through diplomatic means, but if that's not the way it's going to go, well, so be it. So that's kind of what we know at this time. Again, like I told you in the beginning, this is somewhat shocking news. We did somewhat anticipate Liz Truss was having an issue, but for her to resign just 6 weeks after she was officially elected, that's pretty short. She's now the shortest person to hold that position. So, again, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know what you're thinking, what's going on in your area. If you think inflation is higher than what that chart showed, let me know. Let me know down in the comment section below. But again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.